after more testing, I found that the steering servo doesn't have enough torque. So when I do the steering, you can see it's not returning to center. Same with that way. So normally if you're racing or you're driving along, and that wouldn't be a problem because there's not as much weight on the steering. But because this is a burnout truck, it's not moving forwards, so it doesn't have that forward direction to help it turn. So if you're just driving around, this is fine, but if I'm sitting in one spot spinning the rear wheels, I need to have that, I need more torque in the steering servo. So at the moment it's got an OMG 32 kgs and it's just not quite enough. So what I'm going to need to do is take that 32 kg servo out, which I'm going to do now, and install this OMG 65 kg. So it's not, there it is there. So that is a 65 kg servo. So we'll get into that. So here it is, the 65 kg OMG Outstanding Model Gear servo. So we'll just pop that in there. Since I've got the battery holder off, this is the battery holder that I made. It's quite simple, just from a hobby shop. And then that just sits down, locates down into there, and the back one into there. So that just sits like that, screwed on, countersink screws underneath. But since I've got that off, you can see I've installed this stainless bar that runs along here. So that stiffens the whole thing up, stops any flex in the chassis. And so since it's opened up, I can show you guys a few little secrets that make this car do what it does. So it used to be a four-wheel drive, so it's got this front drive axle here which drives the front wheels, but I've taken inside that diff, the center diff, I've taken the gears out of there, so the gears only drive the rear wheels now. And what I've done, since it's disconnected, and the diff is disconnected from the front wheels, it's disconnected from this drive shaft that you can see here. This drive shaft here, it's disconnected from that. But the servo is still attached. Shout out to Hobby Station, by the way. Hobby Station in East Tamaki in Auckland, New Zealand. So because the servo is still attached, when I activate the servo, it'll clamp down in here, these clamps, which is originally for the brakes anyway. So when I activate that, those clamps will clamp onto this piece of rubber, and that's what makes the brakes work so effectively. Yeah, so just in the process of taking out this steering servo. So that's the 65 kg servo installed. and it's still not really returning to center. As you can see, those wheels should be straight now. See, they're still not returning quite straight. But it's definitely got more torque. So we'll do some testing and see how it goes, because what was happening was when I was doing donuts, the wheels were getting stuck like that, and I couldn't, even though I was steering back in the opposite direction, they would stay stuck like that. So I'm hoping with the more powerful servo that they won't get stuck anymore, and I can change the direction of the wheels while it's doing a donut. So that's we'll do some testing and see how it goes.